So here's something important you want to learn about when purchasing tomato plants. You notice some are determinate or indeterminate. So what determinate means is that this plant will grow to a determined height and produce a determined amount of fruit. So basically this plant will grow to a specific size, and then most of the fruit will come at one time, usually early in the season. Indeterminate means there is no determined height or size this plant will grow. It will just grow wild all year long and slowly produce fruit all year long. So if you want a bunch of fruit all at once, determinate is where you want to go. If you want your tomato to plant or produce fruit slowly all summer long, then indeterminate is where you want to go. That's the basic difference. So just kind of remember, determinate means determinate height and determinate fruit set. Indeterminate means there's no determined height or fruit set.
Y'all know what it is. Allocation, elephant ear, repotting, and rehab. My elephant ear became dried up and dusty like y'all misogynistic men who try to tell women how to navigate our womanhood. I checked her root ball and found that it was thick and fine like them southern girls growing up on red beets and collard greens, honey. Okay. I gently teased it to remove all of the soil to prepare for my soilless mixture. This is not necessary if you're repotting it back into soil. Soaked her roots in a peroxide mixture to promote strong growth. Created a pea-free mix consisting of cocoa coir, perlite, worm castings, horticultural charcoal, orchid bark, and sphagnum moss. All products are linked in my Amazon shop. Grabbed a 2 inches bigger pre-soaked terracotta pot, added my girl to the pot and filled around her. Used some sterilized shears to remove the dead leaf, making sure to leave the stem for new leaf growth. Water her generously with mosquito bisque tea until it dripped from the bottom. Sprayed the stem in the mix with neem oil and created a humidity tray. In just a week of blocking out men who stay in women's business but don't know how to be the man of their household, she's already sprouted one new leaf with another one on the way.
Okay guys, we're doing lazy plant parent check. Show me a thirsty plant, a plant desperately waiting to be repotted, some leaves that need to be chopped off, a cutting that should have been potted like a while ago, a plant that needs to be treated badly, and a plant that you ignore and it somehow survives.
So I didn't know there was going to be another pot inside when I started repotting. I realized that the original nursery pot was not coming off. I thought it was just super root bound, so I had to cut off the nursery pot from the outside of it. But pretty quickly I realized that this was going to be a little bit more complicated than a normal repot. I couldn't tell how much of the original roots were inside that pot. From what I could tell, it seemed like a fair amount of them were in there, but it was really hard to tell how wrapped up the roots were. So I started cutting out the pot bit by bit, untangling what I could, but then I realized pretty quickly that the plant itself had started punching its roots through the sides of the pot and out any of the holes in the bottom of the pot. So I had to really untangle it all the way around so that way I could pull the pot out after removing as much as I could of anything that was attached to the plant itself. I was able to get it out and the plant seems happy now.
Hey girls, just coming to check in on ya. You having a good time? Living your best life? Acclimating to the soil? Love to hear it.
These are some of my plants. This is Amber. As you can tell, she's a little bit of a whore.
Snake plant propagation. Here are some of the plants I've killed. Pothos, definitely overwatered her, sorry babe. Basil, thought it would be cute to have my own basil but she had bugs. String of pearls, I was new and thought I could handle her but I was wrong. Mint, again thought it would be cute to have my own mint but she also had bugs. Any succulent, I am convinced no one can keep them alive. Philodendron zonadu, again bugs.
You all keep asking me, how is your pothos so freaking huge? And I'm gonna tell you. In nature, pothos love to climb, so if you want them to get big leaves and lots of vines, you have to allow them to climb like they do in nature. Pothos, when they get big, can even get fenestrations, kind of like a monstera. As you can see, they love to climb trees and latch on with aerial roots, and I'll show you what mine look like. Here you can see it's like a very thick vine, and these little guys are all the aerial roots that have actually grabbed onto this pole. Vines have been attached with just like that wire that's on your loaf of bread. You want temporary attachments that hold the vine to the post. Once they grab on with their aerial roots, you'll remove that temporary attachment and allow the plant to hold on its own. That's it.